talk about something a little bit more sultry.
I'll let you start.
I am a big fan of Tova Night. So again, 3.4 fluid ounces of the Eau de Parfum. And this is the one that Tova created, and she'll share that story. But when she created it, it was that fragrance that Ernie was like, you can't go out by yourself in this one. But we're getting a chance to talk about it for the first day here at QVC, first day presented. Again, we haven't had a Tova Hour show in a very, very long time, so it's nice that this is finally back. $66, and on Easy Pay, $22 gets it home. A 353290, that's your item number. Okay, so Night is such a romantic scent. It's sensual, it's romantic, it's flirtatious.
Black lace,
yes.
Moonlight, lavender.
What were you trying to capture
well,
with this?
I mean, since it was Valentine's Day a couple of hours ago, Ernie and I were incurable romantics. And we had, this is after Tova's Signature had first come out, we had gone to Monaco in... obviously in France, and Ernie did actually receive his Academy Award from Princess Grace before she became princess, so we had that relationship. But we were out in that wonderful Monaco year, and Ernie was just filling my glass with champagne and dancing in the breeze of the Monaco. Beautiful, just, you know, romantic.
Right.
But as I sipped, the bubbles, because he put too much in, just tickled my nose. And I said, there, I got it. I've got to do a sister, preferably a naughty sister, for Tova's Signature. And so the effervescence, that beautiful sense of where you literally, Ernie wouldn't let me leave with it, but the thing is dewy green notes, that wonderful sense of that lavender and the beautiful, it's like spring going into if Longwood Gardens, if you're here, it's not one scent, but it almost is hypnotic, and that's why men literally get weak in the knees.
There's something about
and if you
this one.
end up being, you know, in that way, we will have to accuse him of that.
There's something, right? Wasn't there a story with this one of how many children have
7 children have been conceived. We do not make any promises, but it is one that it's like when you take a wonderful sorbet and literally then just put it on where it melts on your tongue. This is putting it out. But it's never overpowering, remember?
No.
It literally caresses you. It doesn't, you know, spike you.
I agree. I think this is one that if you've never tried Tova and you like that little bit of warmth, but you want to try something a little bit cleaner at the same time, I think this is a good one for you because, like I said, I like the crisp and clean, but I'm just drawn to the warm.
Right.
And so immediately when I got my hands on this one, I was like, oh, this is so different, so inviting, so mysterious. I picked up the sandalwood and the musk, but then there's a little bit of that floral lily, just a little.
And a little bit dewy green.
Yes.
In other words, there's something about going through a botanical garden, and you just said, I don't know where, but this is all, and it effervesces. It's not one of those that it literally just effervesces. And of course, Tova Nights is the Fifi winner.
Yep,
it's a Fragrance Foundation, and it's like the Academy Awards of Fragrance. And right here, which they were showing, is Kenny Rogers and Faye Dunaway presented it to me, and I felt like Ernie, you know, and the winner is.
Right. Because you could only get that award the year it's introduced, right?
Exactly.
And this one for the Women's Fragrance of the Year, which is a really big category. They look at everything from what you can get at the pharmacy to what you can get at the highest levels, and they can only pick one winner.
Right.
And they picked Tova Nights as their winner the year that it was introduced. And again, this is the first time we're getting to present this. I just want to remind you that you can get it home for $22 if you choose to take advantage of the Easy Pay. It's 3 easy payments, and the item number, once again, for you is a 353290. That's your item number. You know, it's funny because when I think of nights, I was sharing with you earlier, I like to, you know, I have my AM, I have my PM,
Right.
you know, sometimes going to bed, I have a certain kind of fragrance that I like to pick, usually with the body creams. But this is one that I feel like if I'm wearing Signature in the morning and I want to put something on a little different.
Definitely can layer them because remember, they are sisters.
Right.
And again, utilizing the essential oils.
Yeah.
When you separate fine fragrance from, I mean, there are tons of wonderful fragrances, but very few fine fragrances. And I say that because of the essential oil. And we've heard now from Roxanne and Suzanne. I mean, those two, bless them. Everyone, actually. For me to be able to bring this is my life and my passion. But the most important part of the equation is that when you get it home, it's not just what we say, but what you hear and say, what is that you're wearing?
Right.
And I guarantee one thing, and that is what you're going to hear from people.
I agree, and I think, again, this is one that if you haven't had a chance to try the line, or if you're just looking for something a little bit different, we did have Roxanne call in earlier. She mentioned she liked nights as well. On Facebook, people were commenting about it, so we do have it. 3 easy payments of $22 gets it home. A 353290 is your item number. And by the way, if you're really hesitant, then stay tuned, because we have an 8-piece collection for you where you get to try a little bit of everything, and that's one that I think you might enjoy if you've never tried anything in the Tova collection. Now, earlier we did have the Signature. That one's been